So, good morning. Uh, the topic of my project is DesignSense AI. So, basically, I'll start my presentation right now. So, have you ever struggled to choose the perfect font or color palette for a project? Whether it's personal blog, a corporate presentation, or a marketing campaign, design decisions can be overwhelming. That's where DesignSense AI steps in. So, um, my project is a user-friendly web application that provides intelligent design recommendations based on a simple text description provided by the user. The app suggests fonts and color palettes that align with the design vision. The goal is to empower users to make professional design choices effortlessly. So, nature of my data. Let's talk about nature of my data. So, the core of Design Sense AI revolves around design styles and human preferences. We analyze data from I analyze data from various design guides, code theory principles, and font classification to establish relationship between descriptive keywords and the design choice. I took data from Google, fonts data from the Google API, the color data from a third-party website, and then combined them and searched like which description provides which type of fonts and colors. So this is how I created a data set. For example, terms like modern often map to minimalist fonts like Roboto and neutral palettes, while playful maps to vibrant colors and decorative fonts. These relationships form the logic behind the recommendations. So, uh, next, moving on to the goals of my presentation. Sorry, the goals of my project. The primary goal of my project is to provide an intuitive and efficient way for users to get design recommendations. Specifically, I aimed to dynamically generate fonts and color recommendations based on user input, ensure the recommendations align with real-world design principles, and build an interactive, engaging, and visually appealing user interface. At its core, the project seeks to bridge the gap between creative vision and practical design tools, uh, catering to designers and non-designers. So the model and method used to achieve my goals, I used a rule-based dynamic logic system. Here's how here's how it works. Keyword matching. So the first point is keyword matching. So the system processes the user description to extract relevant keywords. For example, modern and minimalistic triggers a set of fonts like Helvetica and a grayscale color palette. Second is design data mapping. Keywords are mapped to predefined design profiles built using design principles. Each profile contains a list of matching fonts and a color palette that resonates with the theme. Third is dynamic updates. As the user inputs the description, the recommendations are dynamically updated in real time, making the experience interactive. We use React.js. Uh, sorry, I use React.js for the front end to provide seamless interactivity and Material UI to create a professional responsive design. So before moving on to the results, I'll just uh, show how what my project looks like on a website which I made using React. So first of all, I'll start the website and then so just give me a second. The server is running right now. Yeah, okay. So I'll just restart it. npm start and okay. So just give me a second. Mm, yeah. So this is my website. So suppose I enter a description like I want a website for my tech company, and if I create get suggestions, just give it a second. Like it gives us recommended font and the color palette. And if I change it, suppose I want an app for my cafe, and I click on get suggestion. I'll just reload it once again. Yeah. So if I click on app for my cafe, and I click on get suggestions. Sometimes it gives the same suggestions, but uh, it's a bit slow in this case. Suppose I create a poster for my restaurant. If you click on get suggestions, see, it gives a new font and new color palette. So, so the results. So while testing the system, I observed some fascinating patterns, like descriptions with emotionally charged keywords like vibrant or elegant consistently produce results that user found satisfying and intuitive. Abstract terms like corporative or playful trigger distinct preferences, with uh, corporate leaning towards blue and grays, while playful leaning towards pinks and yellows. I so I whenever I entered the description, I got the recommended font and the color palette. So the conclusion is like DesignSense AI successfully demonstrates how simple rule-based logic can provide meaningful insights into design choices. While this project doesn't yet use sorry, this project uses machine learning to recommend the fonts and the color palettes from the dataset, and uh, its modular structure allows easy integration of more advanced algorithm in the future. So my work shows that technology can simplify creativity, making professional design accessible to everyone. Moving forward, I aim to expand the design vocabulary, add real-time font previews, and incorporate user feedback to refine recommendations further. So uh, uh, I'll end my presentation by showing you the website I made. So just give me a second. So this is the website I created, DesignSense AI, and here's the introduction about uh, what my project is about. Here are some images. This is how I created my dataset and prepared it, like cleaned it, refined my dataset, prepared the dataset. This is the dataset before cleaning, and this is the dataset after pre-processing. And the analysis part. So this is the model architecture. The first layer is embedding layer. Next is long LSTM layer, then dense layer, then dropout layer, and the output layer. So it's clearly defined what is the purpose, how it works, how each layer works, and what is the use of that layer. So this is the method and the workflow. And these are some of the charts I made, like top 10 most common fonts, top 10 most common color palettes. This is a uh, word cloud for the descriptions. And this is the image of how my neural network is. So at each page, there's a link to my GitHub where I've committed all my code and for the website as well as for the Python code. So these are the results. And lastly, conclusion, as I said, like key insights and how it helps, like my project helps designers, businesses, and everyone else. Like someone who doesn't know anything about website or anything about apps can also use my website to enter description and get recommended fonts and colors, which you can later on transfer it to someone who knows this stuff. So this was my project and my presentation. Thank you so much.